Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jarek Brian Show. My name is Jarek, and on today's show, we have Ahmed and Crypto Manimal from Troglodyte Society. How are you guys doing today?
Fantastic, brother. How about you?
I'm doing great, man. I am doing great. Thanks for you guys to be on the show. How's it going, Ahmed? How are you?
I'm doing good, sir. Thank you for this opportunity to get us out there every more. So, very grateful.
No, thank you guys. So, I'm bringing you guys on the show today because I want to learn so much about the Troglodyte Society. Tell me, what's y'all's story?
So the story.
That's his story, so let him tell that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Thanks, brother. So it started a long time ago, before NFTs, before Web3 and everything else. So I'm originally from Sierra Leone, West Africa, and there was a civil war that took place there. It was an 11-year civil war that took place, and that's what kind of shaped my direction in life in terms of what happened over there. Obviously, being in a civil war, it was an absolute atrocity what happened, where kids were forced to amputate their own families' limbs and things of that nature. I won't go too graphic into the details, but long story short, we managed to escape, me and my family. My dad was kidnapped, he was tortured for a couple of weeks. But the good things he used to do when we were living there, he done a lot of charity work, he supported a lot of people out there. One of the rebel soldiers saw him, and they let him go. So we sold everything we could and escaped to the UK as refugees. But fast forward to today, I'm part of the senior leadership team in the secondary school in education. I've been in education for 10, 20 years now, working with kids for a very long time. And my plan was always to go back and build a children's centre with supplementary education and career pathway goals. When I discovered Web3 NFT through a young man, Crypto Wells. It was Crypto Wells. I read it during the pandemic, and then we went down that rabbit hole. And having looked back since, and that was back in early 2021. And then we learned, my wife, when I say we, me and my wife, Shay, learned how to code, contract, and everything else. But when I discovered Web3, it amplified what we can do in Sierra Leone, West Africa, in terms of building a children's center and a Web3 hub and creating this pathway of getting people out of generational poverty by bringing in Web3 and implementing Web3, where we can actually onboard the whole country, not just a certain part of the country. So that's where the idea all spawned from when it came to Troglodyte Society.
Oh, okay, cool. And Crypto Manimal, what's kind of your story? How did you come onto the project?
Definitely. So back, like he said, they started out in early 2021. I was dabbling in the world of NFTs. I found Polygon early because I actually played around in DeFi and stuff like that. So before, NFTs kind of really popped off on Ethereum. But I did start over in Ethereum with NFTs and things like that. But then found my way to the glorious low gas of Matic, right? So I started going into spaces and just, one space. There was one space back then on Twitter for Polygon, if you can imagine. There was one space. It was ran by Dave Sweenbank and Beluga Bay NFT, and we would go there daily. I was actually pitching for a different project. It was literally just a project I was invested in. I liked the art, I liked the guy, and I liked his story. He was Indonesian, didn't speak very good English, so I would do that space basically for him, if you will. Well, that's where I met Ahmed and Shay, in that space, and then I heard his story, kind of dove in, did some research, but then I just started scooping up, the troglodytes off of OpenSea, and was like, I'm going to invest into this. I mean, they're $1. I don't know what Matic's price was, but they were one Matic to be in the beginning. We did kind of a stair step model through that, and then we pivoted, which we'll get into more details on the OG collection. But that's kind of how we found each other. He saw what I was doing in the Discord for that other project, and obviously I'm not going to say what that project is because they no longer exist. But he, and he invited me to join the team. And as they say, the rest is history. I've been doing this now for almost 2 years together, and just really. I gravitated toward his vision and exactly what he was trying to do, make the world a better place using this Web3 technology, which is, in my opinion, what this technology can do. And what to create something just bigger than myself, kind of I'm at that age now, I'm like 35, right? So I'm starting to think about legacy and things of that nature. And, this just seemed like a perfect fit for myself. So that's kind of how I joined up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that's great. How long have y'all been working together?
Since November 2021. So when, like you said, there was one space that used to go on. I think it was actually him and Skirpy, Beluga, Boss Metachick, and Dave. And I kept hearing Manimal, the way he spoke. What gravitated towards me was his aura, and listening to him and his passion. And I thought, that's someone who I wanted on our team, because clearly they've got empathy in their side, because they want to help people and they want to help others. And that's when I reached out to him and said, you know what, yeah, I want you to be on our team. I like how you are.
Yeah.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
So
Yeah. No, and can you guys kind of tell me the story on the your OG collection? Can you guys give me more info on that?
You want to start with like how it all started for you over there, Ahmed, like the OG collection, and then
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so-
I want to know all about it, because this everything you got going on here, from what I've kind of read, is just amazing. I just kind of like, how did it all start, and how did you get to the OG collection?
So how we got to the OG is, originally, like I said, when we was discovering Web3, we created an NFT to try and support kids out there, build relationships, support others, and stuff like that. So we created a collection. At the time, Polygon's not known as it is now. Like I think Matic Man said it the best. It was like it was an absolute desert. But we were still grinding, pushing, building relationships with people, and we wanted the characters to be fun. As you go through the characters, they're very educational background and things of that nature. If you go through some of the traits and dependents and stuff like that, all educational stuff. We implemented a lot of educational stuff because obviously I'm from an educational background. But that's how all of that started. And like Manimal said, we've done a staircase where the first mint literally was one Matic to buy into it, and then it went up. Whilst we were doing that, we were building relationships in Sierra Leone, in Africa at the same time, where we were hosting monthly events, which we were funding ourselves, because we've always given to NGOs, but unfortunately the money never gets directly to the people who it's intended to in the first place. So we wanted to show people how the blockchain can show transparency, and how we can show people that the money goes directly to the people it's meant to go to, not shareholders and things of that nature. So we hold these monthly events where we go into the different communities and we live stream it for people to actually see. They log in through our Discord or through Google Meet, and then they see what happens live in these different neighborhoods, and in these different places in Africa, in Sierra Leone. A lot of the live events, it's not for everyone, so we warn people before you log in and see. Please be cautious, because you've got kids living in dumping ground, you've got kids as young prostituting themselves just to eat. It's like a lot of it's really horrific, but obviously it's things that need to be seen to people to understand what it is we're trying to do when we say we're trying to eradicate generational poverty through NFT, through the blockchain, through NFT for good per se. That's how all of this came about. That's how all of this started, through the first collection.
Yeah, what was the inspiration behind that artwork?
Oh, literally, we just wanted fun characters. We wanted, like, if you go through some of the traits, you see some of them got like this pink bow, like this one little strand of hair with pink bow. Some of them got some of the pendant, like the Star of David. Some of them got the Hindu SWAT sticker. It's all different educational stuff. Obviously, some of it's thought provoking. Obviously, having a lot of people who don't understand some of it, when you go through, you see the SWAT sticker, you'd be like, why have you got a Nazi sign? Well, actually, if you go back and do your research, it's actually a Hindu SWAT sticker. It completely means the opposite. So things like that. We just wanted these fun troglodytes. So how Trog all came around was, if you got kids sleeping where pigs sleep, you got kids living in dumping ground, you got all these things happening, unfortunately, to young people because of the greed of man and the atrocities of men. Like we're still living, we're still trogs, we're still troglodytes, because people care more about a Lamborghini or the biggest house they can have and all the rest of it. But people are literally telling you got little kids like prostituting themselves for food. Like we can all, go downstairs and go in our fridge, open our fridge and take our kids to McDonald's or wherever. They don't have these luxuries. Like,
wow.
You know what I mean? Like they don't have that. We do. So for someone who's come from that sort of background and where I am today, I'm a father of 4 and a husband. It's a duty to be able to give back to somewhere where you came from, where people are still living a certain way. It'd be very selfish of me not to give back,
No, and I like how, like, you're telling the story how it is and everything like that. Like, definitely, I think people need to know, right? And that's what this channel is about. We're not going to pull any punches or anything like that, or we want to get everything that's real out. So that's really great. You're kind of telling it how it is and how it is over there. I really kind of appreciate that, and thank you for sharing that. Now, as far as the Gen 1 collection, like, what's going to be some of the what do you get in actually holding the Gen 1 collection? Like, what do you guys got that? What do you guys have that, like, rolling out? Like, what's the perks of having it?
Yeah, so
okay, so like you. Oh, sorry, I was gonna take that.
Go on, brother.
Yeah, so I like to use the word perks first off. We were just talking about this in our community space the other day with Cynthia Steamcamp. She was like, I think we need to use the word like perks instead of utilities.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty awesome. So with the OG collection, as of right now, that is going to be basically your OG ticket to get into the evolution when we mint. So, your first round of minting, you will be people who hold the OG Trogs. The OG Trogs, basically, we said we had to pivot. So basically, we had paused our mint for a little while we were working on the evolution roadmap and did basically the next collection. And so when we did that, we decided to come back and just everything was a 1-matic mint. We dropped it to 1-matic mint. We had about a little over 6,000 left in the 10K collection. We actually ended up minting that out in a month, which was awesome. I mean, we just saw such a huge uptick. And then not only will that be your OG slot, but as well as once evolution is minted out, we'll be dropping companion direwolves as a free mint. So however many OG troglodytes you hold is how many direwolf companions you can mint for those trogs for free, and that'll come into our game, our free play to earn game that will be coming out with evolution. So not only will you be able to use your OG trogs and those direwolf companions within that game, but you'll also be able to use your trog evolution and their evolution direwolves, which will also be a free drop for every evolution character you hold, will also be able to be playable within that play to earn game as well, with different story modes. So if you pick an OG Trog, you're going to be playing a different story mode than you would if you picked an evolution Trog within that game as well.
Oh, okay. So you're having a play to earn game. So go ahead and go a little bit more into that.
Yeah, so that's actually going to be based off. We've not dropped a lot of alpha in that yet, but it's going to be based off real life of actually what took place in Sierra Leone. But you get to use your Trogs to play. Like I said, there's story mode. There's 2 story modes. And there's a battle mode for the community as well. Whilst going through the game, you basically get to power up. You get weapons, you get rare skins, you get to win merch. There's so many different things that you get to earn for free through going that. But like Manimal said, we dropped it at 1-matic to create what we wanted to actually create, which was essentially the center, but at the same time have fun while we do it, because this is Web3 after all. So there's degens out here who want to have fun, but at the same time you get to win membership passes. So one of the things we didn't touch on are the membership passes, which actually gives you an all-inclusive stay at the center for you and up to 3 other people. But we'll dive more into that as well as we go along.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's good. You guys play their own game. So you guys are going to release another collection here, correct?
Yes,
that is correct.
And that collection is going to be called
Trog Evolution. It's the evolution. As we've come along, we've evolved, we've learned, we've made a lot of partnership on the way and met a lot of amazing people on the way. So we called it Trog Evolution.
And when do you guys when you guys are going to drop that, or do you have an idea, or you haven't really mapped that out just yet?
No, the collection's completed. Everything's done. We're actually building the game in the background as we speak. Yeah. So we're investing our own money in all of this. We're not waiting for the mint to build a game out or anything like that. It's already started. And we've been releasing some teasers of the evolution and the Trogs. But yeah, we were going to launch it around Q3, early Q4, but we're seeing how the market is. But literally everything is ready to go, to be honest with you. All our documentation in terms of I didn't even mention, we are a registered charity, we are a registered organization. Again, all of that's been tweeted out to the community. But we registered to 5 different organizations because of what we're trying to do. We're registered in terms of the NGO, we're registered as a business, but we're registered in the whole of Sierra Leone, not just a certain part of it, because we are on board in the whole country. We are bringing organizations and companies, because there's 2 sides to it. You've got the charity aspect of it, because we want this to be sustainable. And this is what we keep saying to people: when you're doing your business / project, whatever you want to call it, you need to make it sustainable and not rely on just mint only. It's a sustainable model where it's also a business at the same time, where yes, we are going to be training people, we are going to be educating people and how to get into Web3, telecommunication, marketing, whatever it is, but we're also going to be onboarding companies and organizations that's going to be paying these people or paying the business side of things as well. And that will then take over the organization itself rather than keep relying on mint. Hence why after this mint, everything that comes after that is free for the holders. Like after this, no holders need to pay for anything. We are, in terms of the game, there's going to be a soft coin. We are going to have a store where you can have in-game purchases and all those different things. But we'll keep releasing that. This is the first time I've mentioned this as well, actually. So there's an alpha for you. Yeah, there's an alpha for you. There's going to be Trog coins, where you get to use an in-game and you get to purchase stuff and things of that nature as well. But yeah, there's a lot coming. But after this mint, everything is free for the holders, like moving forward.
Okay, wow, that's great. That's great. That's a great incentive for the holders right there. A lot of great perks. But you said this Web3 center. Can you kind of go a little bit more into that?
Yeah, so we're literally building a children's center where young people get to come. So there's 2 parts for it. Downstairs is going to be the children's center and the supplementary education, on board in the schools in UK as well as the schools in Sierra Leone for young people to come and be trained. It's going to be 3 sessions, got a morning, afternoon and evening sessions. The evening sessions are going to be for the older, like post 16, whatever you want to call it. This is where we train people in terms of Web3, in terms of employment and stuff like that. This is where we onboard companies and get them into employment, as well as try and implement this in the educational setting, because we're working with the government and things of that nature as well to implement all of this into the educational system as per se. And this is what I mean by we're trying to onboard the whole country, because when it comes to this tech, the average person in Sierra Leone will earn less than $1 a day. Can you imagine what they can be earning using Web3, using this technology?
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, 100%. So when do you think this center will be built?
Within 6 to 8 months, we've been given the estimate. Everything is ready to go. This is why I say all the documentation is done. Everything, we've crossed our T's, dot our I's. Everything is gone, and all of it's been shared with the community. We're literally just waiting to get the funds. We're trying to get the funds in other ways as well, not just trying to rely on the mint, because we are a registered company. We're working with that in the background. Yeah, and then if we do get the funds that way, we're going to basically have more or less almost a free mint for the holders.
Okay. No, that's great. I definitely believe. You know, that's amazing. I really like that you guys are doing that too as well. But you know, as you guys have, you know, why did you choose like Polygon? Did you guys try the chains first, or were you thinking about the chains? Why did you come to Polygon?
We actually launched on Ethereum first, and we switched over within 2-3 days because of the gas around that time was like $200. And what we were doing, the mint price made no sense of what we were trying to sell the mint price for. You was paying more on gas than anything else. And when we discovered Polygon and everything Polygon does in terms of the ecosystem and how friendly people were, it just set with us. It was the same ethos that we shared. And and we've just made it our home. Like literally, like everyone supports everyone. Everyone helps each other out. No one tries to leave anyone behind, and it's like I said, it's just become our home.
Okay. No, that's great though. And I'm sorry, Crypto Man, you were going to say something?
Oh yeah, I would agree. Like, I mean, it's just like the low, gas cost, the efficiency of the chain itself made sense for our price point, for to be over here on Polygon at the beginning. And then, like he said, we just have been here for so long, pushing and grinding in this space, on the Polygon side of things, that we kind of feel like we were some of those first, like Matic Man, like, Tony from Crypto Crew, like that kind of laid that foundation. And then when all of, like, we've noticed more and more now builders coming in, more and more businesses and brands that want to be a part of it, and like we've seen that they are coming in with that same ethos, collaborating, helping each other out, supporting each other, just being there for each other as a whole. And so I really think like the overall community, like we talk about community within like our own projects, like our, the tribes that are within the larger community, I think, because I think Polygon really is like kind of a larger community, especially when it comes to the NFT space.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of ask you guys both this question, because in the projects I've interviewed, they have nothing but great things to say about Polygon, in the sense of like the dev teams. Sandeep has been real, accessible, and Polygon Labs has been. You guys can contact them, and they're like right on the phone with you. Like how this is a question for each of you. How has it been actually like being in Polygon, in a sense, like how accessible the team is and all those things? Like what's been your experience?
I would say that one first.
Yeah. I want you both to answer it.
So I would say before, it wasn't really accessible before. Like this is back, like I said, late 2021. To me, I don't think NFT were really their thing.
Mm-hmm.
They were more deep with the DeFi and the games and stuff like that. Fast forward now, very accessible. I see them pushing projects, supporting projects, getting in conversation, getting in chat, getting in Twitter, asking the community what can they do to support. Like now, can't fault them with anything they're doing at the moment at all. Like they're really out there, even in terms of the NFT for Good, that's ran by the Matic Man and Amanda. They even come in the spaces. Sandeep himself comes in the space, and for projects who are trying to make a change in the world. So when I say NFT for Good, projects that's trying to make a change using Polygon, using Web3, who come in there, show his support, and you can't say that about many people, he's putting his money where his mouth is at the end of the day. Even with the New World Foundation and other things Polygon always do, I think they've just onboarded, I'm going to pronounce his name wrong. Is it Niger? I can't really remember the name. It's like 25, nearly 25 million people, and they're building a whole blockchain ecosystem over there to support that country as well. Can't fault that. So yeah, they're getting out there. I'm impressed.
And Crypto Manimal, what do you think?
I would have to agree. Like like he said in the beginning times, it was tough because I don't think even Sandeep admitted it. He's admitted it in a space before where he was like, we didn't really understand the PFP. We thought PFPs, like, what's the point? Like, they were really focused on gaming and that side of things, which is amazing because I do believe a lot of mass adoption comes from that we will see a lot of that from the gaming sector. But I think once he started realizing the power of community behind the PFP, you really started to see a shift from the top down. Like, you started seeing like them having the biz dev teams and the developers and everyone being really open and accessible to people. You started seeing more and more of the Polygon, workforce, the actual people who work for Polygon coming into Twitter spaces, coming in and mingling in with the communities and things like that. And so I think that they've done a fantastic job. And I think it's way different. You don't see that on, and I get it. Like, I think Polygon's just built different. As you can see, a lot of the Web 2 a lot of the push for them to get the Web 2 OGs in to the space, with Nike, with DraftKings, with all of that stuff. See them part of the Disney Accelerator program, the only blockchain that got part of that. All these things they do on the Web 2 side to really bring in and usher in the Web 2 people kind of into the Web 3 space. And I just so I think it's just you don't see that from other chains, and so I just you got to give your hat off to them. I think they're doing a fantastic job in this space.
Yeah.
No, great. And and it's crazy enough, like, Africa, in a sense that there has been a big surge in crypto in Africa. And can you guys like comment on that, Ahmed? Like, it is actually mind blowing. And from what everybody has like said, and like kind of the stuff I've read too as well, that like kind of Africa will be like one of the like biggest crypto hubs in the future. Like, can you comment on that, or like what's your kind of take on that?
So I'll give you a quick insight. So back in, I'll say, 1989, the Leones, which is what Sierra Leone use as their currency, Leone. So $500,000 was like 1 million Leone. Now 1 million Leone is like $54, $500,000.
Oh wow,
that's exactly. Can you imagine? So what you used to spend, you spent $500,000 back then. Oh, sorry, a million Leones, you get $500,000. Now, a million Leones is like $54 a day.
So it's growing at a rapid pace.
It's finished, bro. Like it's you can't compete anymore. So when the cryptocurrency and all these things, they hold value, they hold weight to it. People can make livelihood by sitting on their computer and making money, or using their phone and making money. Why would you not do that? Why would you go out for 10, 12 hours a day, struggle to make a dollar or whatever, or you can just be on your phone for a few hours and make that through cryptocurrency, through Web3. No-brainer.
And your take, Crypto Manimal?
Well, from what I've seen, I've seen a lot of that like growing in the space. Like you start seeing more and more, people from Africa coming into the space and really kind of like just growing with community, and I see it too. And Kandari from the Maxon, yesterday in his space, he was talking about like he's got a friend out in Africa that said, hey, can you give me like 5 Matic for gas fees? And he was like, you don't need 5 Matic for gas fees. He's like, do you need it for food? And he was like, yeah, I just didn't want to ask. And so he sent him 15 Matic, and he was like, oh my gosh, like this is going to feed me for a few days, you know what I mean? And so a little bit goes a long way, in Africa. And so I think you can see they see the opportunity. They see the opportunity, like Ahmed said, to not have to do backbreaking, painstaking 8-hour day work for $1, when they can just join into the movement over here in the crypto and Web3 side of things, work on a team in crypto, whether that may be like doing marketing, for an NFT project, or doing something, answering phones for, an actual blockchain, coin project, or whatever that may be, being a moderator for Discords, and they're seeing more money for that than they would ever see, outside doing, whatever it is they have to do, like I said, that painstaking backbreaking work out there, in the African heat. So I think it's that's why I would see it being, as big as it is getting over there, because they are living in way worse conditions than anybody in the West. You know what I mean? Like even worse than our worst. You know what I mean? It's still
100%
than that. You know what I mean? So
I don't know if you guys have mentioned this or not, but I was like I said, still kind of like looking it out and everything like that. Like, are you guys going to have a live event coming up, or you guys are trying, or you guys have already had that? And if you've already had it, go ahead and explain more about it.
Yeah, we've had it. We've had all the live. Well, we've still got more coming up. We're just talking to Sam at the moment. It's a bit heated over there because there was just the election. I won't go too much into it because I don't want to get in trouble with the president. So it's a bit heated over there at the moment because everyone's saying it was a rigged election. I won't go too much into it. But yeah, so no, I won't. Let me not, Manimal. Let me not. But yeah, so the gentleman who's in power now was the one who caused all the civil war to take place. But yeah, I digress. So far, we've supported over 15,000 underprivileged young people. Like I said, we've got a team of 20 out there. Majority of them live in these communities. The latest one we done over 2 event, it was like 3,000 kids. They go to the community, they speak to the leaders of these communities, they find out what the kids need, like what's going on and things of that nature. Majority of the time they'll need school materials, they'll need clothes, food, clean drinking water, or financial aid. So what we do, we go there, we get all the stuff, the team get all the stuff for us. We then hold a live events where we invite the community to come and speak to the young people themselves, speak to the community leaders, speak to the families, find out what's going on with them, and everyone gets to watch, like the kids get the gifts, the monetary gifts. So the monetary gifts are, I think the last one the community did, it was like 65 families, 65 kids were given monetary gift, which can support them in either creating jobs for themselves, using that money to create opportunities for themselves, or whatever they wanted to do with that. And then the rest all got clothes, food, and clean drinking water, and school materials and stuff like that. But all of this is all live stream. We've done this from 2022, January 2022 to date. And everything's on our website, everything's all over our Twitter, what we do. And like I said, we like to do things live stream because we want to show full transparency. And like we said, we want to show people when they donate money to going straight to the right people, and showing them live, like, look, it can be done. And you can see it yourself that these are the people it's going to. It's going direct to the people.
That is amazing. And how often do you host these live events? I know you said you had them on hold, but when you guys were in rhythm and everything was pretty much okay, like how often did you have them?
Every month.
Oh,
monthly.
That was amazing.
We do them once a month.
And the thing is, like, I'll be honest with you, I've cried in some of them. Like, I've broken down as a girl. I was like, I don't care. Like, I've broken down in some of them because we don't know what to expect. Just like how the community view it is how we're viewing it for the first time. We'll talk to the people, things of that nature, but we don't go looking around. We don't do nothing. We want people to have the same experience we're having. So it's unscripted. It's not scripted. We go in there. I think one of the first ones we had, I don't know if you remember, Manimal, the kids were literally trying to kick down the door. Like, we'll go to the community, they'll give us like a hall where to go and to set up and have everything ready for the kids before the kids come. And they gave us this hall, and I think we were supposed to have like 200 or 300 kids. End up being nearly 1,000. Some of the other ones heard what was going on, so they came over from the neighboring areas. And what we always over prepare. We always make sure we have extra food, extra clothes, extra finances, just in case. And our team, the team leader Samuel, was live streaming it. Like, the whole community is watching. I'm there panicking, like, oh my god, are they gonna hurt our community leader? But no, they were just worried that they weren't gonna get no food, or they weren't going to get drinks, or they weren't going to get clothes, or they weren't going to get financial support. And we were trying to explain to them, everyone is going to get, like, you don't need to fight, you don't need to break things, everyone is going to get. But it's okay me saying that. I don't live there. I don't have to go through what they're going through, you know? Like, they've been promised so many things, and to see something just at the grasp of their hand, it's just right in front of them. They're like, I'm just going to grab that. So they literally started fighting live on camera, and I was panicking. Ever since then, we've always made sure there's either police or army security with our team when they go to some of these areas as well, just to keep them safe. But like I said, we learn and we grow. We're not perfect, and we're going to learn things as we go along, and we just have to adapt it. There's not a script for this. This is unwritten. Like this.
That is crazy. And I like how, like you said, everything's going to be live, right? Everything's in real time and everybody can see. And that's what I kind of, that's what kind of draws me. And that's what kind of like what people should see. People should see how it is there. People should see that, you know, it's real and people are suffering. And to be honest, guys, like, you know, as I've done my research, right. And I've heard of you guys, but you know, and I'm not throwing shade at anybody, or I'm not trying to start anything or anything like that, right? You know, usually, like, you know, you have Manifest Lads out there, you have everybody out there, right? But I do believe you guys should be pushed more yeah, into the forefront, because you guys are doing a lot of like great things, and we got to get the message out, guys, because you guys are doing some amazing things. And is there any way I can go ahead and check out some of these events, or these past events?
It's all over our web.
It's all over. It's on the website.
Yeah, it's all over the website. We put everything on there. Like everything is on there. And this is the thing. I get that a lot. See, like what you're saying, we get that a lot. We're like, when people see it, they're like, "What the hell? How are you guys not rocketing?" And we're like, our time will come. Like right now is for the Degens. It's for the Degens right now. You know, it's for the flippers. it's for those guys. But it's like I said, we're building a business. We're building a long-term business. One of the things I didn't even mention is when I'm talking about having a business model. Say, for example, you hold an NFT. You get to come there with your family or your friends, whoever, or make one of your friends and their family go, whichever. You own it. It's integrated into the NFT, so you can do what you want with it. One of the things I've not mentioned is, I mentioned it once in another space, is the business side of things. Say, for example, you hold it. The portion of the business side where we earn money from, you get a percentage of that because you invested. Because it's because of you that building is built. So why should you not get money back? If we're making money as an organization, as a company, why are you not making money back from that? That's what we're trying to build, a long-lasting business where it's not just NFT and all the rest of it. It's an actual business. But at the same time, it's a charity. It's onboarding. It's helping people. It's creating, like I said, eradicating generational poverty and creating something long-lasting. You're impacting lives of millions of kids, but at the same time, you're making financial gain from it. Our time will come. People will see what we're trying to build in the long term, and they'll understand the vision. A lot of people don't see the vision, bro. A lot of people just want to flip little $5, $10, $50. Like, they don't see the long-term vision yet, but it's fine. They'll see it.
Yeah, I would say, like, you know, Med's had this plan for 10 years about the, you know, drop-in youth center for supplementary education. You know, just recently when he got into Web3 and saw the NFT space, and as we've grown together, even just going through the OG project and things of that nature, we've both learned so much. And we realize that there are those people out there that, you know, are looking for that flip. They're looking for that quick buck. They're looking for whatever they're looking for. But like I said, he's had this vision for 10 years before NFTs and Web3 were even in his mindset. So for me, that makes me believe in the long-term goals and long-term vision and how we'll get this done no matter what. We will sit here and grind it out until we get the last penny we need to build the first center, right? And to build up and to do what we need to do. And so, like he keeps saying, like, we have these, so integrated within the Trog Evolution Mint, there will be hidden passes, utility or membership passes. So we'll have gold, platinum, and diamond. And so the gold is a one-off ticket, basically, or visit to the center once it's built for you and 3 other people. So if you have any Trog Evolution, we'll hold that one-time gold, but you can only get to use it once. You know what I mean? Even if you have multiple gold passes, you still only get to use that one time. But every Trog will have that one-off for you to come at any point. Like we'll also have that organized and have calendar and like where you can pick your days and different things of that nature. But when it comes to the platinum and the diamond, the platinum, there's 100 of those hidden within the 10,000 collection, and those are good for up to 3 years, 3 times a year, 2 weeks at a time, for once again up to 4 people to come out and choose what you want to do. Because actually Sierra Leone is a very beautiful country. We actually are only going to be 20 minutes away from the beach. There's plenty of activities and things to do, as well as being at the center. These folks can choose to do what they want to do. Do you want to just hang out, go visit classes, listen to what's happening? Do you want to help out in the kitchen? Do you want to help out in the garden? Do you want to be a guest speaker when you do come down? Do you want to talk to the kids? Do you want to talk to the people that are here at the center? Those types of things. Do we want to bring some of these companies on retreat, to see what they're actually doing out here, and things of that nature. So you're going to have some really good access. Not only that, but we'll be live streaming these classes and sessions and live streaming the building while we build it. You'll be able to get in there through the Discord if you're an owner, token gated channel where you can go and view the live stream, and different things of that nature. So, really just kind of being transparent, like you said, but also giving that opportunity and giving back to the holders to be able to experience this with us. The community gets to experience this as we build it.
That's, like I said, I feel like I'm just going to come out and say I feel like an ass because I didn't discover this, and I should discover this a lot sooner. What you guys are doing, kind of shame on me, man. You guys are doing a lot of like great things, and whatever I can to help you guys, whatever I can do, whatever kind of like live stream spaces or anything like that, like count me in. I'll definitely be picking up some Trogs, and I really believe in what you guys are doing, and like I said, I feel like an ass. Not to be honest with you, 100%. I feel I should have been in this sooner though, man. But I'm just trying to get out here and grind and get the word out on a lot of projects that are doing a lot of great things, and you're definitely one of them. So you definitely have a fan with me, and I was also kind of noticing too, and some of the other things too. Is there a comic book coming or? Yes,
there is. So if you go, I've not even. I tested it the other day. Our roadmap is actually going to be the website. We tweeted it out. We're still building it out. We just wanted the community to crash it if they could. I'll post it in here. But you literally,
it's going to be an interactive website. So basically, every part of our roadmap picture that we've got created, you'll go in and click it, and it takes you to different parts of the website.
Sure.
And it does little animations and different things like that, but it'll be that picture of the roadmap. So when you say comic book, that's on the roadmap. So those are coming after all the other free drops you get.
Free drops in a sense. You're going to get that dire wolf. Is there any other drops that are possibly coming too?
Yeah, so the original, so you get Trog Evolution, which will be the paid mint. That'll be the next collection. That'll be the main reason for this collection is to get that with our final capital. So we've already, like you said, we've got the land. We've been registered with 5 different governmental bodies in the UK. So all we need is our capital to build the center. That's it. That's all we need. And like he said, we are looking for other avenues to get that capital. We're not just putting all eggs in one basket. We're looking for angel donation or whatever it may be. Looking at different things that we can get from, even like Web 2 companies, Web 2 donations, whatever that may be. But we are not just putting our eggs in one basket for mint day, because if we can gather capital enough, whether it's half or all, we will lower the mint to justify that. We will only then need the mint to pay the team and the artist, and that's it. And then so after the evolution, which is going to be the next paid mint drop, we will then do free mints for OG Direwolf and Evolution Direwolf. So not only will your OGs get a little companion to hang out with in the game, your Evolution characters will also get a companion to hang out with in the game as well. And then, like you said, any other future drops that we do are going to be free for the community.
So just
because we're not trying to use mint to get to, like he said, we're trying to create a sustainable business model that we don't need mint funds over and over again to continue to operate.
Yeah. So just to explain as well, yes, there is going to be a comic that's again going to be free. The roadmap itself, or the website, whichever we want to call it, evolves as the project continues. It's going to be an ever evolving roadmap. It's going to change. The landscape itself is going to change. Like I said, anything that comes after this is free for the holders. Because you can see a coin there, you can see a comic book, you can see the plane, and other things, which I won't go too much into. That's there.
Some alpha you can't release just yet.
Some.
Yeah, we gotta hold some things close to the chest. Yeah, right. You can't tell everybody everything out here. I think a lot of businesses and brands have learned that there are certain things you don't want to mention too early, because then someone will try to beat you to market with it. So
when it hits number 10, the whole roadmap evolves.
I see. No, that's great. That's great. So like this donation and everything like that, you're going to have that all on the website, right? So I want to be able to send people to that. So everything's going to be on the website if they definitely want to donate to your cause, correct?
Yeah. Everything's going to be on there. I think it's already on there actually.
Yeah, the donation page should be live.
Yeah, I saw that. So I just want to make sure. I don't want to get everything squared away. That in a sense that everything's here, the donation center and everything like that. The donation Let me see if I can kind of pull it up
The
here.
Web3 hub, yeah, it's like Web3 hub.
Gotcha.
To be honest, we've not even pushed that. To be honest with you, we've been building a game because we literally want to launch it. We don't want to be one of those people where you launch something and then you have to wait for months or years before the game drop, before this drop, before that drop, before the staking. And we want to be able to just start giving people everything straight away whilst we're building the building. So whilst they're waiting for the building and can view and can see it, they're having other things come along, getting ready for the building for them to start booking and coming over and checking out what we've got going on. But as soon as all of that's done, the business side of it kicks off straight away. So in terms of earning money, that kicks off straight away as well, from the business side of things, not just the charity side of things. We are going to be releasing another paper, the business side of things, for the paper for that, the white paper for that. We just released the white paper for the Trogs Evolution, but we're going to release the business side of it, how people are going to be making money back from the business side of things.
But also doing it for a good cause too as well. That's great.
Yeah, but this is it. We want people to make money. We don't just want to say, okay, yeah, we're a charity, come and help us out. No, actually, you deserve to make money from it. Why shouldn't you make money from it? We're trying to say we're transforming people's lives, but at the same time, we want to take it from you to transform people's life. Actually, no, you need to make money as well. It's a win-win for everyone. It's not just you're just donating. Yes, you're doing a good cause, but you can make money from it as well.
No, that's like I said, man. I feel awful that I didn't like discover this project sooner. You know what I mean? And you know, it's just that you guys, I feel, should be pushed in, you know, all these spaces. You know, we should have some sort of like event or some sort of like, I don't know, man. I feel like we should need to kind of do more to kind of get the word out there with you guys. So whatever you guys need, I will definitely help. But the question I have for both of you is that what would you like to accomplish a year from now? I usually, you know, people ask like, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? A year from now, what would you like to see Trogs at?
I want to see the center built. I want to see us educating kids. I want to see us educating them about the metaverse, about this. I want to see people from other countries actually coming over there and also being involved in this. Like, I want charity to be flipped on its head, because the old way of charity, personally for me, and this is just my opinion, it doesn't work. For me, there's not full transparency. I'll give you a typical example. So UK donated about, a few years ago, about 18 million for Ebola help and all the rest of it in Sierra Leone. 10 million out of that 18 million, no one can still find that money. Where's the transparency? No accountability. No one was held responsible for that.
Wow.
Money's just gone. But yeah, like I say, it's the people. Unfortunately, it's the people who on the ground who suffer the most. The people who actually need the help. With Web3, it can be achievable. With Web3, it goes directly to the people it's meant to help. Like, apart from the transparency, apart from everything else, finances go directly to the people it's meant to help. It doesn't go to the stakeholders or advertising team or marketing or whoever else. It goes directly to the hand of people. And what we're doing is showing it live. Like, this can be done. And we've showed it from 2021. This is achievable. This can be done. Whatever you donate, whatever you give, it goes directly to the people. Like, we've shown it time and time from 2021 to now, and we're still showing it. Say it can be done. Like, it's tried and tested. We've got people who are over there who are earning $100 a month using Web3, who we've educated and taught, and they're using this, and they're helping themselves and their family. So it's not, oh yeah, you just coming up with this project. No, it's been tried and tested, and it's been proven to work, and we continue to prove that it works. So our time will come, sir. You keep doing what you're doing, giving us exposure for the platform. Our time will come.
What about you, Crypto Manimal?
Yeah, for me, I mean, I would agree. Like, if I was sitting here a year from now, I'm hoping that I'm at the center in Sierra Leone next to my brother from another mother who I haven't even gotten to meet, you know, face to face. We've done video calls like this plenty, but I've never even gotten to hug the man. And he's literally like a brother to me. So for definitely a year from now, I would love for us to have the center built. to be, educating, like you said, to be working, to be proving, and showing people everything we say that we can do and we can accomplish, and have it be, visible for everyone to see that we did do it, we did accomplish it, and it is happening, and it's only the beginning. So one center, first center, that's only the beginning of what we can do. All we need to do is just get that ball, just get that little snowball going down the hill to become, a massive avalanche. And I think that that's where we'll be in a year, 100%. I truly believe that we will get this done. And that's where we'll be sitting, out there and hanging out and educating, the children of Sierra Leone and making the world a better place.
And if you ask me my 5-year plan, I'll say I want other countries to adapt what we're doing and doing it, because it's not just Sierra Leone that this happens to. There's other third world countries out there. There's other countries that things like this happen, and them to adapt the same model and create it or make it better for their country, for their people.
Wow. No, guys, whatever you guys need, I'm definitely going to help you. But both, this is going to be a question for both of you. Is there anything else you want to say, or any community members you want to shout out, or anybody you want to shout out?
For me, I'll shout out the whole of Polygon, from the Polygon team to Big Neil, like people, Creative Al, like people, the Matic Man. Like I'll be here all day if I'm shouting at people. Just the grinders, people who turn up every day, people who show up, people who add value. Just don't give up on your dream, no matter what. Like, and we're proof, us being here still, through whatever market you want to call it, bear, builders market, whatever you want to call it. Just don't give up. If you believe in something and you believe in that's going to be something great, don't give up. Just keep pushing and keep getting out there every day, no matter what. Even when you don't feel like being on Twitter Spaces or getting out, just get out there. Don't give up, man, because that's when it's over. When you give up, it's over.
What about you, Crypto Man?
I definitely want to give a shout out to. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out to Shay K, lovely Shay. That is his wife. So like I said, our back end dev for a long time. And then I also want to give a good shout out to Real Crypto Papa, which is Jared. He's our project manager. Fear My NFT does a lot of marketing and spaces with us as well. Metacarpus running our Discord, and the Mad Booker as well. Those are and of course the Matic Man. I think he mentioned that, but we can't not all just mention the Matic Man. If someone comes on your show and they're not mentioning Tony, I don't know if they should be on your show. No, just
he's a good guy.
It's so amazing. Just everyone out here that's pushing and grinding and trying to, all these other impact projects as well, like ones that truly are doing something that is a sustainable model out here, and that's what I would encourage anyone to look at when they're looking at something that calls themselves a charity or calls themselves a philanthropy or an NFT for good or any of those types of things. Just make sure that they have that type of a model where they're going to be able to be sustainable, and if they need help or if they have questions, just tell them to look at.
I think you cut out.
Thank you so much, Jarek. Really appreciate it.
Rugged.
You rugged for like a second, just like a little bit.
Back?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're back. Okay, good. No, good. See, we can eat that. It's okay. No, I want to thank you both for coming on. This has been very eye-opening. I'm definitely going to look in more, and whatever you guys need, I'm there. In any space, a live event, whatever you guys need, I'm going to push you guys more. In any kind of spaces you have, I'll be there, and I'm definitely going to pick up some Trogs too as well. I'll get with you guys on exactly how to get all that done. And I just want to thank you guys, man. I appreciate you both.
No, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate you, man.
They appreciate it. And this is, I've been telling Ahmed this, if you build it, they will come. So we continue to build, and people like yourself continue to hear, and they continue to come. It doesn't matter if it's one at a time. First space Ahmed ever did under the Trog account was him and one other person. And that person's part of our team. He's part of our team, and so it's amazing. Like things happen, and they happen in their own time, and we believe that our time is nigh. So we're gonna get it done.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Well, that wraps our show, guys. If you like content like this, please like, comment, share, subscribe, download, whatever it is you can do would be greatly appreciated. That wraps our show today, guys. If you like content like this, please like, comment, share, subscribe, download. Follow me on X at Hey It's Jarek, and I'll see you guys around the blockchain. Take care.